All right. Hello. It's 8:45 my time. So I'll begin today's vocab class now. Yeah. Hope you're having a good day so far. And before I begin, can you see my screen share and is my volume okay? Awesome. Thank you. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so remember that the pace of the class has been altered since the last class, so it'll be around the same speed and have the same format as last class. Only keeping this here in case there's a student that didn't show up last time that arrived. But yeah, since you're the only one here, Yu Tang, I'll proceed to the first exercise. As always, don't use offensive language. Great. So, Yu Tang, could you read out this word, its definition, and the sentence, please?
Facilitate to help in order to make something easy or easier to do, to increase resistance in order to ease the flow of information or the progress of someone or something. This reservation system facilitates the making of personal travel and vacation plans, diminishing the need for travel agents.
Great. Thank you, Yu Tang. So yeah, facilitate is a verb that help some means to help get something done easier. Okay. So like last class, I'll give you only 1 minute to write only one sentence using this word, and then I'll edit and look over your sentences. Okay. So you can begin. Okay, 1 minute has passed. If you're finished your sentence, please submit. Thank you, Yutang. Hey, Eric, I just saw that you arrived. So if you manage to write down one sentence while I'm going through Yutang's submission, and if you can submit it, that would be great. But if you can't, since you arrived a little bit later, then that's fine. Okay, so I'll just size this up. Yutang, great. You wrote, the new software will facilitate easier communication between team members. Yeah, awesome. Great job, Yutang. Perfect use of this word, and there's no errors with the way you wrote out your sentence. That's awesome. Great job. Okay, so if there is no new sentences, I'm going to move on to the next word. Okay, all right, so here's the next word. Now, Eric, could you read out this word, its definition, and the example sentence, please?
Fate accomplished, something done, decided already for clean or simply some some of the French for accomplished fact, an act or event presented as beyond the shade of dispute, but change or dispute. While done deal with fast. They accomplished will suffice suffice if you wish to impress teachers and others. Applying to some colleges for early decision means that if admitted, it is a fate accomplished.
Great. Thank you, Eric. In future, could you turn up your mic volume so that it's a little easier to hear you? But otherwise, great reading. Yeah, so I'll give you guys 1 minute to write out a sentence, one sentence using this word once again. Okay, and you can all get started. Okay, 1 minute is up. Do you have all of you finished your sentences? Awesome. Thank you, Yutang. Splendid. Let's make this a little bigger. Hey, wonderful. So, Yutang, you wrote the decision to change the project timeline felt like a fait accompli to the team. Yeah, awesome. Great use of the word fait accompli and good sentence writing too. Uh, yeah, I don't think I need to modify anything here either. I know what you're trying to say with project timeline. Yeah, awesome job. Okay, Eric, I'll go over your sentence now. Thank you. Hey, Eric, awesome. You wrote when the ticket was written, it was a fait accompli and had to be paid. Okay, yeah, I think this is good too, Eric. Great job. What I would fix though is instead of saying and had to be paid, I would instead say that it had to be paid. Like that decision was final, that it had to be paid. Okay, but otherwise, great attempt. And I'll move on to the next word. Okay, Yutang, could you read out this word, its definition, and the example sentence, please?
Yes, it is concerned over the perfection of even the smallest detail, meticulous and exacting, compulsive in terms of cleanliness. Bobby Small is known for fictitious housekeeper, so we all took our shoes off at the door.
Great. Thank you, Yutang. So fastidious is an adjective that describes someone who is a perfectionist, someone who's extremely concerned about being perfect or the most proper. Yeah. I'll give you 1 minute once again to write out that one sentence, and you can all get started. All right, 1 minute is up. Thank you. Wonderful. Yutang, you wrote, her fastidious attention to detail ensured that every aspect of the project was executed flawlessly. Yeah, great job, Yutang. I like the vocabulary you have and your sentence structure. And also your use of fastidious is great. No need to edit anything again. Yeah, awesome work. Okay, thank you, Eric. Looks like we got another good sentence. She was a fastidious person and wanted everything clean in the house. Yeah, awesome. Great job, Eric. You used fastidious very well, and it indirectly relates to the point you're trying to make with her being a clean freak. Awesome work. Yeah, no need to edit either of your sentences. That's great. Okay, so Eric, I'd like you to read out this word, its definition, and the example sentence, please.
Revealing a lack of intelligence as well as a lack of awareness, stupid, foolish, or idiotic, without personal responsibility. Many teens are fatuous when expressing what they think is humor. Comedians are fatuous rather than thoughtfully sarcastic or are not worthy or are not funny or worthy of their audience.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, fatuous means describes someone who is not very smart, someone who acts foolish or stupid, or someone who isn't very intelligent or not aware. And again, 1 minute to write out one sentence using this word, and you can all begin. Okay, 1 minute's up. I'll go over what's currently submitted. Thank you, Eric. Okay, awesome. Eric, you wrote, class clowns are usually fatuous and only make a fool of themselves because they don't have better things to do. Yeah, great job, Eric. Good use of the word fatuous and good sentence structure. Although the only thing I would fix is I would put out, as in they make a fool out of themselves. And over here, to follow pro to make it sound more concise, I'll replace better things with anything better. They don't have anything better to do. But yeah, this previous one, what you initially wrote was fine. It just feels a lot less concise. And Yutang, I'll go over your submission now. Great. Yutang, you wrote Her fatuous remarks during the serious discussion only served to frustrate his colleagues. Yeah, great job, Yutang. Good use of the word fatuous. Nothing I need to edit from your sentence either. Yeah, you really know how to use the words well. Awesome job. You all do now. Okay, let's move on to the next word. Now, Yutang, I'd like you to read out this word, the definition, and the example sentence, please.
How embarrassing person when a behavior error bench for false step. Stepping on kitty's foot causes clearly a faux pas. To avoid committing a faux pas, Wendy read several etiquette books before embarking on her trip to Europe.
Wonderful. Thank you, Yutang. So, faux pas describes an embarrassing situation socially or an error in one's behavior, like some embarrassing behavioral error, pretty much. Okay. Again, 1 minute to write out one sentence. You can all begin. Okay, time's up. Thank you, thank you, Yutang, and thank you, Eric. Okay, okay, wonderful. So, Eric, you wrote at the talent show, he accidentally committed a faux pas by falling off the stage. Okay, yeah, good use of the word faux pas. I would modify the vocabulary a bit here to make it seem more like a blunder rather than an accident, like a bad accident. Instead of falling, we could say tripping, because that sounds a little more embarrassing. And regarding this word, it should be spelled like this. There should be an A and another L between the T and the L. Yeah, awesome work, Eric. And Yutang, you wrote during the dinner party, his comment about her cooking turned out to be a major faux pas, leaving everyone in an uncomfortable silence. Yeah, awesome. Great job, Yutang. Good use of this word. And I don't think I need to edit your sentence once again. Yeah, this is great. Wonderful job. And here's the next word. Eric, could you read out this word, its definition in the example sentence, please?
Feckless, adjective. Unable or unwilling to do anything useful. Lacking the thought and organization necessary to succeed. Ineffective or feeble. Without uh, inactive or ability in a specific field.
Oh,
It is
before you continue, that word says initiative.
initiative or
Hmm.
ability in a specific field. It is
Yes.
frustrating when the most vocal person in the group of volunteers also proves to be the most feckless.
Awesome. Thank you, Eric. Yeah. So this definition is pretty simple. Feckless meaning someone who is useless, whether by choice or by the fact that they're just incapable of doing anything useful. Yeah. 1 minute, once again, to write one sentence using this word. you can all get started. All right, 1 minute is up. I'll go over Eric's submission now. Thank you, Eric. Hey, wonderful. So, Eric, you wrote the then item I bought was feckless when I realized it didn't do the correct job. Yeah, okay. Great work, Eric. I like the way you use feckless here, though I feel like this word would be better used when describing a person rather than an item. But yeah, I get the intention with the sentence. This is still fine. Like as if you were characterizing that inanimate object to be human-like. I'll just correct the then into the. I think that was a typo. And I would replace didn't with couldn't to further imply the realization that it was useless or feckless. It's basically it did not do the correct job versus it could not do the correct job. That sounds more like a word you'd use when describing something that is feckless or useless. Okay. Anyway, awesome work, Eric. Now I'll go over Yutang's submission. Okay, Yutang, you wrote his feckless approach to budgeting led to mounting debts and financial instability. Yeah, great and creative use of the word Yutang. I can't find anything I need to modify again. Yeah, great job, Yutang. Stellar job. Now let's move on to the next word. So, Yutang, now I'd like you to read out this word, its definition, and the example sentence, please.
Felicity, happiness, contentment, and bliss. Something that inspires contentment in an appropriate but pleasing manner. Use this word in lieu of happiness, and those around you will be felicia peace. The baby after me, Felicity was a relief to his tired mother.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Yutang. So, felicity is a noun that describes happiness. Like, it's basically a substitute for the word happiness or bliss. Like, the baby's after meal felicity, same as saying the baby's after meal happiness. It's just a fancy word for happiness. Yeah. So 1 minute to write out one sentence. You can all get started. All right. 1 minute is up. Have you guys finished? Awesome. Thank you, Yutang. Great. Okay, so Yutang, you wrote, her face lit up with pure felicity as she received the surprise gift from her best friend. Yeah, this is a very creative use of the word felicity. Great job, Yutang. I can't find anything I need to modify. This is a great sentence once again. Well done. Okay, so if there are no more sentences, I'm going to move on to the next word. Okay, I'm going to move on shortly just to provide another example of how you can use this word. You could say, the cat felt pure felicity upon being served a gourmet fish bowl, something like that. But yeah, great job. Okay. And Eric, I'd like you to read out this word, its definition in the example sentence, please.
Well, only the wild, undomesticated. Rural ferrets are fearsome, so watch out. Legends of the feral children, those feared by folk or age, are common in folklore and myth.
Great. Thank you, Eric. So yeah, feral basically describes someone or something that has the qualities of a wild animal or someone who is wild. Like hence the word undomesticated. Okay. 1 minute to write out one sentence. You can all start. Okay. 1 minute's up. Have you guys finished your sentences? Wonderful. Thank you, Yu Tang. Right. So, Yu Tang, you wrote, the feral cat darted through the alley, its wild eyes gleaming in the dim light as it searched for food. Yeah, awesome. Great use of the word feral, great grammar and punctuation and sentence structure. Yeah, not bad. Awesome job. Nothing I need to modify again. And Eric, are you almost finished your sentence or have you finished your sentence? Wonderful. Yeah, great. Eric, you wrote, the hungry feral wolves ate everything they saw. Awesome job, Eric. Wonderful. I like the appropriation with the word feral in the animalistic behavior that you described the wolves having. Yeah, this is great. Wonderful. I don't need to modify anything either. Awesome job, Eric. All right. Now, Yutang, could you read out this word, its definition, and the example sentence, please?
Fervor, the extreme intensity of an emotion or belief, an intense praise or state of emotion, an abnormally high temperature, similar but not to be confused with fever, overcome by the fervor of the pain, not the heat. Potatoes under the meat team took off their jerseys and blew them to the crowd.
Great. Thank you, Yutang. So, fervor, it describes an extremely intense feeling or an intense emotion. Yeah, I'll give you all again 1 minute to write out one sentence. You can all begin. Okay, 1 minute is up. Have you all finished your sentences? Ah, okay, great. Thank you, Yutang. I get that this is a little hard to use, but yeah, I'm glad you managed to submit a sentence. Great. So, Yutang, you wrote, the team celebrated their victory with a fervor that filled the entire stadium with energy and excitement. Yeah, I like the use of the word fervor here. Wonderful work. I don't think I need to modify anything with your sentence once again. Great job. Okay, Eric, I got your sentence. Looks good too. Thank you. So, Eric, you wrote, when they won the spelling bee, he celebrated in fervor. Okay, great job, Eric. I like the way you tried to use fervor here. Though instead of saying celebrated in fervor, I'd say he celebrated with great fervor. Yeah, to describe that an extremely intense feeling, an extremely intense feeling is what I meant to say. But yeah, great job, everyone. You all did well. Here's another word. I'd like Eric to read out this word, its definition, in the example sentence, please.
Fiasco, a total, humiliating, or ludicrous, ludicrous, ludicrous failure.
Ludicrous. It's pronounced ludicrous.
Failure. It was harsh but accurate. Called the first date of fiasco. For both Barbara and Charles agreed to never speak again to each other.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Eric. Yeah, very simple definition. I'll give you once again 1 minute to write out that one sentence, and you can all start. All right, time's up. I'll go over your submissions now. Thank you, everyone. Okay, thank you, Eric. And thank you, Yutang. One moment. Awesome. So, Eric, here we go. You wrote their first game turned out to be a fiasco, losing by 56. Okay, great use of the word fiasco. Great job. I want to add something to your sentence though. So I'll add a comma and then I'll say with them losing by 56, and then I'll clarify points. Yeah. And Yutang, you wrote the event turned into a complete fiasco when the sound system failed just as the concert was about to begin. Yeah, awesome work, Yutang. I don't need to modify anything here either by the looks of it. Good use of the word fiasco. And yeah, awesome job. Now I'll move on to the next word. This will be the last one of the day. Yutang, could you read out this word, its definition, and the example sentence, please?
To display an licentious way, to lack shame, modesty, or humility, to show off the characteristic of possession in an outrageous way, not to be confused, as often happens with that to find on the next page. Rappers on their income with what they call bling and what others call ostentatious jewelry.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Yutang. So flaunt basically means to show something off in a way that is very excessive, something that is not well. And yeah, I'll give you all 1 minute to write. It looks like Eric has submitted his sentence already, but I'll still give 1 minute to write for you, Yutang. I'll let you get started now. Hey, time's up. So yeah, thank you to the both of you. I'll go over your submissions now. Great, both are looking good. Okay, so Eric wrote he flaunted his wealth, then his company's stock crashed, which made him embarrassed and poor. Yeah, great use of the word flaunt, or in this case, flaunted, Eric, using the verb in the past tense. A couple things I would fix. So I'll add a comma here, and then I'll add but then his company's stock crashed, and then I'll add another comma. And yeah, that's all I would modify. Be careful with your punctuation, Eric. Don't forget to add commas so that when you're introducing some new clauses. And Yutang, he wrote, she strutted into the party ready to flaunt her new dress, tossing her hair over her shoulder and shooting a sassy smile at anyone who dared to look. Yeah, great job, Yutang. Well done. Very strong sentence. Great use of commas, great use of the word provided. And yeah, I don't think I need to modify anything here again. So yeah, awesome work, everyone. It's 1 minute past the end of the class. We got through a lot of words today. That's wonderful. You all wrote your sentences very well. And yeah, that's the end of today's class. So I'll see you all next week. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, everyone. See you later.